Everyone. I will wait for views here. I was quite tired last night and forgot to announce today's live. So I really wanted to have a deeper conversation with you about things like confidence, resilience, and responsibility, and everything about it. So, hi. Please, whoever can see that, say hi in the chat so I make sure that my sound is good and the chat is working and the connection is good as well. But yeah, it was most needed topic for me. Hi. Hi, please tell me your name. I see you in every life, and I think I didn't ask your name, so just please tell me, and we'll have a conversation about it. Okay? Confidence, mental health. Yes, that's going to be the topic today. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about different aspects of it. One side of it is self-acceptance and really learn how to feel good about yourself and be self-accepting, but also the other side of it is self-work, self-criticism in a healthy way, self-awareness, and being truthful to yourself. And so it is hard usually to find the golden line in between this. How do you pronounce this name? Sul, or yeah, Sul. Let me know if I say it correctly. You are Russian? No, I'm Georgian. It is a country close to Russia, but we speak a different language. So just to mention here, I have water. I have so-called a green tea that in every Vietnamese place they just serve with everything. And I have yogurt with the blueberries. Okay, I have a low confidence due to it. I have faced many problems in my whole life. I'm mentally so weak. Sometimes I feel I'm worthless and useless to be born in this world. First of all, I'm so sorry that you feel that way. It is not a good feeling, though I can tell you that you're not alone, and it is quite common, I think, in everyone. The self-image issues with people, especially when we're living in the times where the social media is everyone, like you literally open your social media platforms and you can see that someone else having a good life, at least on paper, at least for in appearance, but it's still affecting you, and you can see that someone is traveling, someone having this, someone is fit, and you directly reflect it on yourself. And well, that's one of the reasons why I recommend to stay away from the social media as much as it's possible, or filter your following. Whoever you follow, whatever content you follow, filter it the way that you actually follow someone who brings you some value, who reminds you that you're good. All of that is illusion, even what I'm doing. For example, I'm using a good light to make my face look good. If I change lighting significantly, I'm gonna look worse on the camera. So all of that is kind of, we need to be aware, you need to be aware of those things, okay? Everyone has problems, everyone has challenges, and just some people are very good at covering it and showing that they're perfect, they're good, their lives are perfect, but that is not true. So we all are human beings and we face challenges, we face mental struggles, and it is the reason for it is, as much as it's the outside factors impacting us, it is also some physical factors. If our bodies, if our organism, if our body is not well optimized, if there are certain issues with the regime that needs to be in place for a body to function properly, that can also majorly impact mental health, confidence, and the personality in general. So we're gonna talk more about it. Like the entire stream is gonna be majorly about that topic. I think you pronounced it correctly. Well, I hope so. Hi. 5.7, short height guy with 70 kg, skinny fats, and low confidence, and mentally weak. I always get pissed off while giving presentations or speaking in front of people. How to deal with it? Where, you know, first of all, tell us more about. You already mentioned presentation. That means your work, your job, or your field requires that, and you have to talk with people. That is already good because this is the practice. I personally was very socially awkward when I was pre-teenage years, and then in the teenage years I was delved into sport, but I still didn't feel comfortable with people exactly, and that started going away when I started coaching and training other people. So I started getting more and more comfortable and confident with people, sharing my experience, my knowledge, also learning together with them, and then those social skills got acquired. So it's good if you're forced into an environment that you have to do public speaking, just do it. In the beginning, it's yes, you're like you don't like yourself exactly, you have this high sense of self-criticism, but that environment is good for you. Hi everyone. Georgian people good in speaking English. Not everyone, but my generation speak quite well. Unbreakable spirit. I like the name. I'm a yoga instructor. Do you know any vacancies related to yoga? Please inform me. Well, I'm not aware about any online vacancies. I think you should look into that too. I'm in Vietnam, so here, I guess pretty much every gym would not mind a yoga instructor. So also be direct, like don't hesitate sometimes to go approach the gyms, approach the owners of the gyms, and just give them an offer directly. Because CVs, when you send CVs, a lot of CVs just are getting filtered. And it is also a good practice for the self-confidence. Just approach people to their face, even if you leave them a little bit shocked, but they're gonna get the sense of respect towards you because you actually dared and came to them directly with an offer. So that is a good exercise for the confidence. My tattoo, it's like a warrior tattoo, a dragon. I was born the year of dragon. That is, so it's like the same identity, just in different representations. The woman, warrior woman, and katana, because my tattoo master thought it would look cool. I'm too socially awkward and full introvert. How did you overcome with it? I overcame it with communicating with people, but a certain quality of people. You have to select people around you, and that is one of the big things. I think people don't really, like, they think that they need to get accepted socially by everyone else around. But it's not only about that, it's not exactly about it. Actually, it's about selecting a certain community, a certain type of people that you have a communication and a social communication with, that actually are good. They are helpful, they're supporting, they're comfortable to be around with. That's why fighting communities are good for that. Some educational, the fields where the communities are all about, raising up the confidence issues and mental health issues. Those communities can be good, and obviously, it's good to get to know different types of communities, but find a good community first. You don't have to deal with someone who already tells you that you're not good enough, who are kind of like iking, thinking that you are, oh, like this guy is socially awkward, let me just say inappropriate comments regarding that. That's not the people you want to be around with. So start selecting people and an environment where you actually going to be able to exercise your confidence. Then afterwards, when you actually understand that it's about certain people, that has to be your major community, your close groups of friends should be like this, your relationship should be like that, then you're going to start understanding and you're going to get the confidence to deal with some idiots as well. Bonjour, hi. A lot of Vietnamese selling dog meat in the streets. Well, not in the central areas, especially in the bigger cities. They actually, a lot of Vietnamese have own dog pets and cats, like as a pets, not as the food. But if you go some like so some of the poor areas, they do, and they actually sell. There are some Vietnamese who be like, some people need to be careful with their pets because they kind of they can steal them for, you know, for their purposes. So it's still a problem here. What do you do work? Well, I'm a personal trainer. I do online trainings currently mostly. So it's general physical conditioning, trauma prevention, pain relief, strength and hypertrophy training as well. And like depending on the goals, gaining weight and burning fat, and building long-term, building a healthy, good physique. But also today the topic is about mental aspects, confidence, resilience, responsibility, and everything surrounding that topic. Okay, I'm just gonna go all the way down. I speak my second language, English, to my friends. They correct me with my grammar. I felt embarrassed in public. When I was learning English, I learned it myself. Like I learned vocabulary, but my English wasn't fluent. There was a lot of awkwardness in my talking. But I also got the job offer where there were mostly foreign clients, English-speaking clients, British, Americans, and other European people. And even though I felt embarrassed a little bit, like for example, I had the situation with this British lady. I was telling her, spread your leg fingers, because in Georgian, in Russian, it is leg fingers. And she looked at me, Diana, please let me correct you. Those are toes. And you know, British can be a little bit like, she wasn't judgmental, but she was like shocked. Those are toes, Diana. And even though I felt a little bit embarrassed, let's be honest, I felt, but you know what? I told her, that's okay. Correct me every time I'm gonna make a mistake, because I wanted to learn, right? So that would make that process of learning way faster. And as I said, it's okay to feel embarrassed about it. We all do, but embrace it, because it's also, as I said, if your friends, they're not trying to make you feel embarrassed, they just correct you to help you learn, then you actually should learn how to kind of stop feeling embarrassed with this kind of people. Because good people, they don't want you to feel embarrassed, they want to help you. But if you're in an environment where they try to shame you and tell you your English sucks and stuff like that, just be direct to them. Don't make it like why you're making me feel embarrassed when I'm trying to learn something. That is like that's not the environment you want to be. Okay, so establish that very well. If people tell you something or teach you something and their intention is not to embarrass you but help you, you need to start getting rid of the sense of inner embarrassment and get more comfortable with this kind of people. How to speak to a group of people in classes or communities by going on front without being nervous and with full confidence eye contacting. Well, that's a long work. As I said, the practice is like important part of it. But I think you should start looking in some people, Jordan Peterson, for example, like people in the field who are literally know about what they're talking about, and they can teach you exactly how to exercise those things. What I personally did, I can share you my experience. I did a lot of mirror talking. Funny enough, but I was looking on in the mirror, and I would imagine that I have a public speech about certain topic, and I would start talking, looking right at myself into face and exercising it. Everything that you want to learn, the skill that you want to learn, has to be exercised. Same with training, same with the behavior. So that is one of the things you can do. Try to surround yourself with that information, even when you're not reading about how to build your self-confidence, how to build your like inner, like how to learn how to control those feelings and anxieties. Surround yourself with that information. Like, as I said, go on social media, unfollow everything that doesn't make sense. Follow only the ones who you think that give you the good, valuable information. So you, even when you scroll, you meet them and you're like, okay, that's what I needed. Then try to exercise, practice. Definitely for the self-confidence, and I always say that, guys, if you're not training, go train. Start doing training. Find the training style you like. Maybe like gym is the most affordable, common thing to do, and that can be also very intimidating. If you have a friend who is a good friend, who is fit and can guide you, start training together with them. Or hire a personal trainer who you see that are not judgmental, are willing to help you and raise you up. This is the ways how to enter those communities, right? There is another way. You can watch some videos, learn how to do technique, but it's better if you have zero experience. It's better to have other experienced friend guiding you or a personal trainer who will guide you. But also, like apart from the gym, start walking more. Try to move your body as much as you can. If you like playing games like football or some volleyball, depends where you are and what is popular things to do, start doing those too. This is also a good training. It's a good exercise. It develops your body to a certain extent. It tones up the entire body, and it also affects your mental health in a positive way. So movement also gives you this inner sense of peace and balance within your body, because basically you're getting balance on the hormonal level. Definitely that is important part. And since I mentioned exercising, let's mention good nutrition, good diet, like a generally high protein, high fiber, moderate amount of carbs, probiotics, and a healthy amount of fats. Like just do mix. If you're having certain type of diet, try to be aware, make sure that you find the ways how to get essential nutrition, and sleep. Sleep is actually the first thing. If you have a bad sleep, no matter if you're exercising and doing things and trying to strive, you're just not going to be able to make it. You need to fix your sleep first. So those are physical aspects of it. Those going to help you significantly to build your confidence, to build your inner peace, sense of balance. When you're balanced, it's easier to reflect on yourself. It's easier to observe your own behavior. It's easier to take things as they are and analyze them and try to find solutions. Okay, we'll keep going. There are quite a lot of questions. Okay, I need help with pain relief as a result of repetitive tasks. Where can I access your services? You can email me. There is an email on my YouTube bio. So please email me and we'll see what we can do. Gorgeous accent. Thank you. What is a gentleman according to you, redhead? Okay. Gentleman is a person, I would say, who find, because as a gentleman, we're talking about the men, right? So we find a good balance between masculinity, resilience, being able to be dangerous, not being a threat, okay? But also the combination between, balance between education, emotional intelligence, and good critical thinking and good understanding of people's psychology. It's not something that I'm like, I have a man like that. So it's not like I'm the man, like saying that I want to meet men like this. I already have men like that. And that's why one of the reasons I mentioned those qualities, because that is from my experience of having a gentleman by your side. But it's also, I think it comes to women as well. Women also need to understand that they need to be a gentlewoman, right? If they want to have a gentleman, they want to be a gentlewoman. They need to find the balance between being strong, not in the sense of being aggressive and loud and angry, but being resilient, being patient, having the wisdom, being able to support others, help them to get better, but also between nurturing, loving, making feel people like wanting to be around them and feel comfortable. That's a little bit like a feminine, motherly energy. Because obviously men and women are different, there are slightly differences, but decency is a decency. So there are certain common traits that both men and women can pursue. Your English is impeccable. Thanks. Thank you. Guys, feel free to subscribe if you want. I never say that because I think that if you like it, you're going to subscribe it anyway. So, but I appreciate it. Every subscribe and every engagement is appreciated. You're going to be viral sooner, Coach Redhead Diary. I wish you a video feature in news. Well, thank you. Let me share you my fear, okay? I have a fear of that. When I imagine getting viral, that actually does not feel like a great thing. I think I built myself to the extent that I have a good self-perception, and I'm happy with my life already. And one of the reasons I make the YouTube and I share my trainings, but I also have those kind of talks is another thing that I'm willing to do in my life before I'm gone, to help people and help them to find their ways as well. By sharing my experience, sharing some knowledge, engaging in those kind of conversations, and even just, telling you right here, right there, you got this. It's just a matter of work. Yes, it might be a little bit of quite a big work, and you need to ask right questions, find certain solutions, and it is quite a big work, but you got this. Everyone has potential for it. Everyone can do this. It's just about building it gradually. So when I think about waking up one day and being very widely known, it gives me certain anxiety. I don't want to call it anxiety, but certain sense of uncertainty. And it's also like when a lot of people want to engage, a lot of people want something from you, information, your attention and stuff, it can get hard. And I think it's very important to have a good boundaries, strong boundaries, and help everyone really do a good job and use your fame as the helping other people, really helping other people, but also maintaining a good relationship with your close circle, which is your family, your partner, your close group of friends. Don't lose those, because In my case, it's not only me; it's people who help me to build myself. Okay, another good question. How to find friends and influence people is a good recommendation I would give. Okay, talking about finding friends. Finding friends is basically an exercise of the socializing. Practice. It's okay to feel embarrassed. It's okay to feel hesitant in the beginning, because same with training. If you didn't do something at all, you're gonna feel like not very comfortable in the beginning. It's gonna be a little bit unusual and strange. But try to practice. And as I said, select good people. Because if you select the wrong people, they will look at you like this. They were like, like, who the fuck are you? If you select decent people, they're gonna realize, they're gonna understand that you're actually trying to work on that skill, you're trying to talk to them, and they're gonna be willing to engage with you. So I always say that if you're the smartest person in the room, leave that room. You cannot learn anything from there. Surround yourself, don't be afraid to surround yourself with superior people to you. Like literally people that you can learn a lot from. Hopefully you're going to be able to give your value as well, but it is very good to surround yourself with the people that you learn things from and you get superior yourself and you evolve on your journey. Okay, you can video record yourself doing a speech and look for improvements and work on them slowly. That is Andy's advice. It is good advice. It's a good, very good practice. I think I done it once or twice, and I do it very commonly. I do that very often with my trainings, my boxing sprinting techniques, and that helped me to improve it very well. Ma'am, you look muscular. Well, I'm a little bit muscular. There are way more muscular women, but well, I do boxing. For a little tip for women who train and who are quite strong themselves, when they say I want a stronger man, that is actually not a wrong thing to want. Because that's like comparing to a lot of men, even me and my husband were joking about it, that like someone my size who's not training, I have broader shoulders than them and I can do more pull-ups than them, right? So that will be imbalance between energies, masculine and feminine. But because my husband is very, very strong, yeah, he's a big guy and stuff, but more importantly, he's very strong inside. He survived some stuff. He's been through stuff that didn't kill him and make that stronger. That is also an important thing. If you really want to get stronger, challenge yourself and survive the challenges that life brings you. This is when you're really gonna get strong and resilient. So anyways, because he built up his personality, he's built up that way, we have a good balance, and that brought up a lot of femininity in me, because, well, I actually been taking care of my family. I've been like, I'm oldest sibling in my family, so, and I don't have brothers, so it's only me. I've been a brother, a supporter, like someone needs help, I'm there, I'm there. So it is kind of, yeah, that is one of the things that I had a lot of acquired masculine traits and masculine skills, which I'm glad I've been that part of my life, because you need those skills to survive. But when you want to have a good relationship and have a good balance of the energies, this is where a woman brings up the feminine and the man brings up the masculine, and they kind of create the yin-yang principle. I really love that analogy. So it's yin-yang principle. Both are equally important, but both are completely different, and both have a little dot of representing each other. and then we have the whole, it creates the whole. You're in America right now. No, it's a Vietnam country. Hello from Kenya. Hi to Kenya. I'm going all the way down, scrolling a little bit through the comments. You look like a 20 years younger than Scarlett Johansson. Well, maybe. Some people told me though that I look like her a little bit. I'm coming next month to America to play UFC lightweight fight championship. So will you be my strength and conditioning coach? How can I reach you? Any email or contact like that? Well, guys, if you want to reach me out, you can email me. The email is in the bio on my YouTube channel, so you can go check my YouTube channel, and it is in the description in the bio. And both me and my husband work with that. Actually, he's also a great. He basically rebuilt himself, and he helped to rebuild other people too. His personal experience was completely from 52 kg after his base jumping crash, and then finding his cancer tumor and 4 months coma and all the surgery and stuff. And he built his muscle mass, he built himself back, learned how to walk, and so he's very good at the strengths and hypertrophy training. I learned a lot from him. So we both work together, and yeah, just send the email and we will find a way. What can we do? Okay, I'm going all the way down. Thank you for all the compliments. I'm not reading those things out loud because I want to keep the stream more about the topics that are mentioned in the description. Do you think 1,800 calories is enough for a woman to build muscle? Well, depends what you're training. I really recommend to look into calorie tracking apps. The one I personally use, I don't have any association with them. I'm not advertising. I literally use it, and it has, it shows you nutrition and micros and macros on the free version. So it's called Chronometer. Check that one. If you really want to track it properly, it's good to have a calorie tracking app where you can see basically everything that you're lacking and you need to get through. You can even set up the goal, build the muscle, you set your information there, and it just calculates everything that you need. Because it's hard to say exactly that way. It depends. If you do resistance training, you definitely, to grow muscle, you need to do resistance training, focus on the hypertrophy who really wants to grow muscle. But at the same time, it depends how much calories you burn per session. If you burn, let's say in average 500 calories for the entire training, and then you walk and then you do some other stuff and you burn more and more calories, if you're gonna burn more than 1,800 calories, you're gonna end up in the deficit. And that's gonna be harder for your body to really build the muscle. So you need to be rather exactly in that maintenance, or even a little bit about 100, 200 calories above. Okay. Going lower. There are many questions, guys, and usually I'm moderating stuff. Right now I'm completely ignoring the bullshit. I'm not even reading those things. Do you believe in God? I believe in, I call it the God. To me, it's I call it universe, because I think it's everything around us. So definitely believe in it. And I have my own system of the belief. Though I come from the traditional, conservative, Orthodox Christian country, Georgia. Okay, going all the way down. The smartest person in the room is the one who knows they know nothing. Yes, I think that was Socrates or Aristotle who said that. Intelligence is not measured by what we know, it's measured by our ability to measure our own ignorance. autodidactismo. So yeah, that's a very good point. Absolutely, I agree with it. You do boxing. What's your record? I did boxing. I did amateur boxing in my junior years. Since then, I've been just training after I retired, and now I'm planning to get back. My record probably would be total in IBA 5 fights, not more than that. But I did a lot of open ring fights. And yeah, as I said, I'm going to try to. One of the main topics of the channel is to build up the thing, my boxing presence back, and there is some sprinting content as well that I'm going to get back to more. So those are kind of my two major directions that really complement each other. Your legs weigh 10 pounds each, so obviously you will be able to do more pull-ups to use your brain. Well, okay, it's not exactly that, because there are a lot of skinny girls that they just, obviously, the lighter you are, it might be easier to build that pattern, or it's like sooner you build that pattern. But I have quite a heavier lower body, actually. You might not see it here, but my proportions is like my legs are quite heavy. And for women, it's always harder to do pull-ups and upper body training, because we just our bodies are built a certain way, differently from a man. So for a man, technically, it's easier to do upper body training. So, and please don't be mean, okay? Use your brain. We're all here trying to use our brains and have a conversations and stuff. Okay, going all the way down, scrolling. It's quite a lot of. Do you turn the hip when you're throwing a jab? Yes, I do. I definitely do. It depends. It might be some feints, and but usually, like a classic technique, that's what you do. I suck at pull-ups too. I took months to get from 0 to 6, then I got hurt. Well, first, honestly, from 0 to 6 in 1 month is not bad. But like you need to consider, if you really want to learn like proper pull-ups, you need to do full extension, coming up, then going down. On eccentric phase, you go down slower. And personally, what I used to go from 0 to 5 strict and 9, 10 with the keeping. What I do is I did the grease the groove approach. Please, I'll tell you shortly, but please research it, Google it, and there are very good topics, like very good videos on that program. That is a very comfortable program. You don't have to have a gym. All you do is you split your sets throughout the day with the extended periods of rest, like at least half an hour. And out of the max reps, let's say you can do 6 reps, you would do 3 reps. So you do 50%, you don't get to the muscle failure. You basically just trigger your neural system, and then you move on, and then you do it multiple times a day with extended periods of the rest. You can do that every day, as long as you make sure you're not hurting and your muscles are not hurting. And within the 2 weeks, I already started getting improved results. My results started getting improved, and gradually, if you do it consistently, it can be very good. And one important pointer for the strengths, it is like you need to do it less than 5 reps. You need to keep it under 5 repetitions focused if you want to focus on strength. So you do the rep, you go down slowly, you increase the challenge and impact through the eccentric phase, basically just going slower. And if you pass that amount, put on the weight. Basically put on the vest or the belt with the weight, and keep working on your strengths. And then you can do that test day, and you will see then within a few months you're gonna go from, I don't know, 0 or a few reps to way more reps. Are you Irish? No, I'm Georgian. Hi, I watched your live when you were singing the other day, where you are, if you don't mind me asking. No, I don't mind you asking. It is Vietnam Nha Trang, and the bar is Red Buffalo Sports Bar. Owners are Americans, and the husband and wife. The husband is Vietnamese originally, so he knows the Vietnamese culture and stuff, but they've been living in Arizona for many years, and they just came to Vietnam, opened the bar a few months ago. And yeah, it is very, very American style bar. So, but it's also welcoming everyone, international audience. Well, technically I am digital nomad because I do my work online, but I do like personal trainings and personal sessions. Okay, going lower. Hi from Antarctica. Oh my God, Antarctica. That is first time someone watching me from Antarctica. Hi to you. Okay, thank you guys. Have you found in your experience isometric holds also help increase pull-ups numbers or reps? It was doing weighted hangs, but I don't know if they were working. I appreciate your insight. Isometric effect, you can research it, you can look at the studies. Last time I updated myself on that one. Isometrics work very well for the ligament strength and resilience, meaning that it's good for joints, it's good for the ligaments, preventing all the joint injuries and stuff. But specifically for the muscle growth or the strength development, when it comes like being able to pull or push your body, I would say you can do, like when you do like a quite explosive, like a fast concentric phase. Let's say it's pull up, so you're up here, hold for a little bit, like a second or two, and then go down lower. You can do it that way. You know, it's all fully controlled. You do a little bit isometric, you can kind of combine it, but just separately, if you're just gonna keep holding like this, you're not developing the pattern of, you're not teaching your body basically coming up and then going down in the controlled movement. So the best way to learn a certain movement is actually to do that movement. So that's my answer. I hope it gave you a little bit more insight. Okay, hi everyone. Are you French? No, I'm Georgian. Hello, this is Australian. No, it's Vietnam, Nha Trang. I really appreciate it. Thank you again. Thank you for asking. It was a good question. Grease the groove. Yes. But yeah, okay, we're jumping on and off a little bit and talking about some training parts. I appreciate all the questions regarding training as well, because it indirectly, or I would say actually quite directly, is affecting confidence, building up the resilience and responsibility. But let's get to the responsibility part. The more you actually, the more you evolve, the more superior you get, the more you work, the more challenges you face, the more famous you become, or more like, it doesn't matter if it's known worldwide or within your community, you actually also automatically building more responsibility on you. So there are certain things you have to be aware of saying. It's like there is the way, like you need always to have a good check on your behavior and your on your actions, because you give an example directly to other people. Also, if we talk responsibility through the perspective of after gaining confidence and resilience within your personality, and this is how you learn how to deal with people, you actually really embrace and take a responsibility for your life as well. And I think that this is the most empowering, one of the most empowering things ever, when you feel in control. And meaning, when you would say in control, that directly means being responsible, taking responsibility for your life and even for others to a certain extent, because if you set an example, you can help build other lives, or you can ruin other lives. So it's very important. Do you train Tiger Muay Thai? No, it's in Vietnam. I think there is this, here in Nha Trang, it's a Silverback and Sport Unite. I tried both gyms, but now currently I'm in Sport Unite Nha Trang. How do MMA fighters prepare for opponents with orthodox fighting styles? Well, in MMA, you in advance, like a month before at the very least, you know who's going to be your next opponent. So it's a lot of watching. It's not about necessarily orthodox style or anything. It's just watching the fight, watching all their fights, analyzing their weaknesses and the gaps, or a certain things, certain moments that can be used against them, and it's just a matter of analyzing it. And I think this is kind of like a back scene of the MMA, and generally not only MMA, professional boxing, all the combat sports, the team and the athlete themselves really watching and analyzing and building up the strategy. It's not only improvisation. That's definitely not the only improvisation. When it's like that level and that scale of fights, you build up the plan, like a core plan that you try to follow and execute. No OnlyFans, sadly, fellas. Well, no, yeah, that's never gonna happen. Okay, I actually did not remove everyone today, but I'm removing like this one. Yeah, just hide from channel, no negotiations. Tiger Muay Thai is also good. They made Arman comes out striking good. By the way, are you MMA or kickboxing? Yeah, that's I heard about Tiger MMA. I am boxing actually. I know a little bit. I know how to do like kicks. I know how to do certain kicks, and I trained with kickboxers and MMA, and just for fun, you know, like more within the community. But boxing being my major focus. Who are your favorite fighters in UFC? Pereira, GSP, Merab and Tapuria. In the female, Shevchenko. I like those. But there are other great, like DC, Mighty Mouse, like from the older ones. Emelianenko. I mean, John Jones, obviously, like some of his fights, like are great. And up until the like years when he started doing like fights once in the 2-3 years and once in a year kind of thing. Yeah, so there are quite a lot of great fighters. Okay, we'll keep going. Is he duck or not? Well, I think he's just over it. He just enough. That's enough. I think he should have had retired before if he was with that kind of attitude. If he's just drinking coconuts in Thailand and enjoying his life, that's completely his right. And if he's just tired of fighting and doing all of that. But I guess it was a lot of pressure from the UFC and like Dana, and like was not that easy. So I think the conclusion was that was quite expected, the way he retired. Okay, keep up. Wrestling or jiu-jitsu? Wrestling is incredible for like developing overall physicality. They are very, very, very strong. Jiu-jitsu is great on the technical level and more focused on the ground level. So I would compare those two. I think the combination of the two is great. But then why did he say he will fight Tom first? Yeah, I mean, I agree. There are a lot of things, if he didn't plan to fight him, he shouldn't have to do it, unless this retirement thing is just a bullshit, and one day he's just gonna, okay, now the fight's gonna happen. Maybe it's just a hype. I don't know, honestly. You look muscular. How you become this muscular? training, resistance training mainly, but also some explosive type of training, sprinting, boxing, any other combat sports and martial arts are good for it. He hold up weight division for no reason. I don't disagree with that. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia. I would like to one day join a gym, but I struggle. That's William. I struggle, but to put trust in others, to not ring my bell even by accident. Are you talking about like fighting, like sparring stuff? Well, if you have a little bit of trust issues regarding that, I don't know what I can suggest you. I think that shouldn't stop you. Like, don't take it as an excuse to not go to the gym, and at least try. Okay, so try to, guys, try to kill your darlings, try to get rid of the excuses and just essentially do the things, because what matters is the actions. Absolutely beautiful human, thank you. Which is the most versatile mixed martial arts combination? Some say it's boxing plus wrestling. Is it true? It's basically MMA. It's a mixed martial arts, like the way it was built up. I think it's the most versatile. It's well, now in the new generations of the fighters like Tapuria, and there are some others too, you can see like good balance of everything, but boxing is getting also on a higher level. Because I don't think, one reason is because boxing makes way more money. Still, professional boxing is way more money than amateur boxing, than MMA. But have you ever seen professional boxers going to MMA? Well, at least I don't remember. Maybe there are some, but not like successful, like top tier elite ones. They still stay in boxing. So I think boxing level was not as integrated as wrestling and jiu-jitsu and grappling and kickboxing and Muay Thai in the MMA. But now I like to see more and more of the solid boxing put in the MMA fighting system. How often do you train yourself? Well, it depends what you call training. I've been I'm trying to stay active every day, even if I don't do anything. I might do a little bit shadow boxing. I walk a lot. I do different things. When it comes to the real sessions, I think 2-3 times a week. And as much as some people might think that it's not enough, but it's actually a very good number, because you have good recovery amount in between. There is no point doing extra hard training every day and not getting enough recovery. You're actually not going to get benefits from your training and workout. May I know what type of life is this? It's just, call it a healthy lifestyle. Your voice has deep masculine. Yeah, I have quite deep voice, and voice can change, and it changes around different people. When I'm with my husband, I'm giggling and it gets on the higher tones. When I'm educating someone or having serious conversations, it automatically gets deeper because it's all more soothing. I also feel in the state that when I talk deeper, I feel more focused myself. So I guess that's the tones can change. What do you think about Ilia Topuria? I think he's a revolutionary new generation fighter, and he's very serious about building his legacy. We'll see how that goes though. Okay, keep scrolling down. Lots of love from India, thank you. How do you think Ilia Topuria can compete against professional boxers and vice versa? Well, MMA, definitely he's gonna beat a boxer for sure. I mean, a boxer who doesn't have any other background. They're not very efficient in the takedown defense, grappling and kicks and stuff like that. But when it comes to the boxing, I haven't seen Topuria's boxing footwork. I don't think we saw that, and it is very important because boxing footwork is different. His punches, the way his combinations are very good. He's good. He has a little bit of Mexican style of boxing too. But it would be interesting to see his footwork. If he would be able to build a solid boxing footwork with the way his power punch and stuff, you never know. He could be at least a solid level of boxing. Holy hole. Yeah, she just got back to the boxing and she won her fight. Have you tried heavy sandbag training? It's very basic and primarily these movements, but the stimulus to the body is like nothing I have felt before. Yeah, they're different, like they're sandbag, water bag, they're like just a regular, forgot how the feeling's called, but like irregular bags. When it comes to that, try different things. I mean, that definitely doesn't hurt. I wouldn't say that's necessary, but it doesn't hurt as well. And if you feel like that gives you an extra sense of, I don't know, contact with the bag, that's good. Though I would say the more important part is to build overall strength as the skill. That's why the strength program has to be in place in the combination with the boxing. Let's talk about boxing in this case. And then you learn how to transfer the strengths to the power through, you would do the creating power through velocity. And obviously it's the right technique for that. Okay, scrolling down. Ilya has background in the wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and boxing, while Habib has background in judo and sambo. Who will come out on top? Well, I think Ilya is just better, more well-rounded fighter. But it also makes sense. Habib finished his career. I mean, it would be interesting to see how he would evolve. I think he's a very smart fighter, so I think he would keep evolving. But mainly, I think his goal was actually to kind of finish his career without losing quite a smart way, even though I would see him maybe a few years extra. And he just literally focused on building his gym and his community, like a Nurmagomedov clan and everyone who is related to that clan. So he focused more building on his legacy. But if we compare Habib Prime and Ilya Prime, maybe Habib's judo and sambo and like wrestling would be stronger. Maybe he would be more persistent. But Ilya, I think, is well-rounded fighter. According to you, which is most painful part of the body to get punched? When you're getting punched with the MMA gloves are different. I have not been punched much with those gloves, but with boxing gloves, you don't really feel that much pain. It's more about like just getting a little bit high, and if you're getting hit way like a lot, you're just getting wobbly and it's getting a little bit numb. But the most painful was the liver shot. Gosh, like once I got the liver shot, I got it from the guy, and that was like, he didn't mean to, he just didn't manage to control. It was a clean liver shot. Like I just dropped straight away and I couldn't get back on like 5 minutes. Obviously, I mean, whatever stays on the ring stays on. Like, that was one of my good friends back in Georgia, and it's like nothing bad, but yeah, that's why you need to be careful. I encourage women to train with guys when it comes to the technical sparring, and obviously with the professionals who can measure their power, their like speed, to really help a woman fighter to build up their presence as well. But yeah, sometimes it happens when some of them, he was not very experienced, I think, and that was the reason why he just that liver shot came in, and yeah, that was one of the most painful things. I've twisted my back or nerve, lower lumbar. Any exercise I can do, sort it out, Diana. I would love to show you. I can't show you now, but it's performance muscle stretch. You can check this one. Do the hip twist when you're like in laying position and you just like twist your like leg to the opposite side, and you do that both ways. Try to do foam roller and try to do get the massage ball and use it as the like a massage on a certain spot. Try to find the spot next to your lumbar, so it's like rather right or left side or both, and work around those areas. For a better insight at the moment, I would just recommend you to go YouTube and just literally research it and try those things, okay? You know, sometimes I feel my bones and all the ligaments feel weak after workout all day. I'm overthrowing, or it is still good to train? Well, you definitely have to train. Absolutely, training helps to just tone up your entire body, including your ligaments and tendons. Well, when it comes to bones, it's like try to get the calcium and try to get micronutrients, minerals that can like help your bones just be healthy. There is not much things you can do with bones otherwise, but when it comes to the muscles and ligaments, definitely training. And if you want to make your ligaments strong, it's good to do some isometric training. Isometric meaning like a hold, like a static training. So it would be a little bit of planks, would be like a wall, leaning against the wall squat, where you're just like standing and letting your feel that pressure. Just do it like maybe from 10 to 30 seconds at the very beginning, and that's going to help to your to make your ligaments more resilient. I'm just starting out with workouts. What's the best way to begin as a complete beginner? Wherever you go, if you're starting a gym, if you're starting a martial art gym, if you have a friend who can guide you and help you, and you can start training together, that like use that. If not, try to get a trainer in the beginning at least, and within the community, also within the gym, don't hesitate to actually make some friends there, and you know, be honest that you're just starting and you would like to get some help and some tips, whatever people willing to give away. And this is how you create a safe environment for yourself, and that is going to be set up for success rather than failure, which would be an immediate injury. That's why I don't encourage people who don't have any experience in training go on by themselves and start by themselves, because it increases the risks of the injuries. And when it comes to the direction of the training, I think resistance training is good. You start from the moderate weights, called as adaptational periods. So you don't go anything extreme. You don't try to challenge yourself with weight. You just choose the appropriate weights. Sometimes you do no weights at all, and you just do body weight training as well. You can combine those two, and you see what is comfortable for you. A personal trainer or experienced strength can help you with that more. And then around months of adaptation can be good enough, and then you gradually can start, aiming your goal. You want more strength, or you want more hypertrophy? Do you want to do a certain skill? Do you want to learn a skill like boxing? Go do boxing. You want to start sprinting? Well, start working around that. So you're gonna establish what niche you like more. And as I said, resistance training, explosive training is very good, very essential. So it's nice to have at least a couple times a week sessions of that type of training. Though, try to walk every day. If you can swim, try to swim. Swimming is amazing. Try to do cycling, some indoor cardios. Like, do those kind of things too, okay? Make it as more like a lifestyle. Okay, keep going. Keep going. I'm gonna just scroll down. Very grateful I stumbled upon this life. I will definitely subscribe and look out for more of your content. Many blessings and thank you again. Thank you, William. Just want you to know that those kind of words really motivate me to do what I'm doing and doing all these live streams and making videos. So I appreciate it. Thanks to you, and a lot of blessings. Max Holloway or Dustin Poirier. Dustin, I think, well, he already won twice, so. I can imagine him being like Triple G, switching feet up. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I love Triple G. He's like one of the greatest boxers, like in the recent years. I want to start MMA training. Any advice for beginners to admire Conor McGregor? Well, just good to have someone that motivates you. I mean, a role model in you, like UFC and generally MMA. That's good. Start gradually. Usually, people who start mixed martial arts, they often have another background. They did boxing or wrestling, or they did other styles too. When you just directly start from MMA, there is a certain protocols, there's certain ways how to, and I'm not very familiar with that. I think in MMA gyms, like MMA classes, and MMA coaches specifically know that better, how to build it up. I would start from striking, but usually in MMA gyms they have a different classes. You can do BJJ separate, for example. They very often have a separate class for BJJ, which is a very good base. So you could do striking separately, start from boxing and switch to the kickboxing style of striking, and also do BJJ classes. And that gradually would come as like a together would help you to build up the general MMA style, basically. Okay, well, I'm gonna read this one out loud. Another dumb bitch trying to farm attention on the internet. Well, you have not listened to me at all, I guess, and you're just throwing comments. I'm gonna hide you from the channel because you're being disrespectful. Okay. I'm Georgian. Soul Reaper is hella frustrated from this world. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, people troll as well a lot, and if you have seen this South Park episode where I was forgot the character, but like he's basically like so welcoming, and everyone loves him, and he loves everyone. He's like, and then but the reason why he's like out there in the world like this because he goes trolling at night, like a hardcore trolling. So if you've seen that episode, this is like when people go like completely nuts and they're very like they're angry and disrespectful. Always remember that episode. This is their way to channel their anger, but that's not the best way to channel the anger. It actually can give consequences. You can actually hurt someone like that. Just go to the gym, train, express and release your anger through those ways. What are the different types of chokes in martial arts rather than just grabbing someone by neck, and what is the anatomy behind that? Well, as I said, I'm not that much an MMA fighter at all, but though I did a little bit of jiu-jitsu, and what I learned from that, like rear naked choke. So this is like the anatomy behind this. You want to squeeze the neck and you want to cut the blood flow. So you're not trying to pull it. What you try to do is basically just close that triangle. So you see, you just keep it like this and you just bend your elbow, push on the head, and you just automatically cut the flow. I have done this and it works. Others are armbar, kimura, some leg locks, triangle choke. Those are the most common so far that I recall. And the overall, the anatomy of, against the common thing of all those submission movements is that it's not about trying to break it with your force and power. It is about the twist and technique. So you find the right angle. When it comes to chokes, you just basically find a way how to cut the airflow and you cut the body flow, the blood flow, and with the certain type of like joint submission movements like armbar and leg locks and kimura, you just get the angle right, and this is where you don't need really to put that much force. Dustin against the Holloway, I think. I mean, but we never know. Holloway's a great fighter himself, so we'll see. Though it would be a little bit, because he retires now, Dustin retiring, it would be like, it would be still a 2-against-1 record. So can you beat a guy? No, I'm a girl, so I'm not willing fighting guys. But let me say it that way: if someone is going to be a threat to me, and my husband is not there, and I have to protect myself, I'll do everything to protect myself, like literally everything. And it's not only punching; it's like literally shooting a gun, stabbing, biting, like everything. That might sound a little bit aggressive, but when you are in the self-defense and someone is a threat to your life, it's good to have a skill set. It's good to have like being able to at least try to protect yourself. There was one case, judoka. It was actually a judoka woman. And maybe you're like, I don't know her name and stuff. I just remember that story. And her husband, who was also her trainer, but also a professional judo wrestler himself, he was abusive to her. And there was an incident in the hotel that she managed to escape. She was she was very hurt physically, but because she had the skill set to save her life, she basically managed to find a way how to escape from another professional judoka. So skill set can make a difference for sure. But yeah, let's move to the next topic. Finally had a chance to catch you all. Hi, Emmanuel. Hi, this is Emmanuel. He's 17 years in the track and field. He's a coach, and yeah, definitely great guy. If you want some pointers on speed development and stuff, yeah, message him. Okay, I'm gonna keep scrolling. That's cute. There's a lot of saying type of comments. I'm just gonna scroll all the way down, okay? Because there are a lot of things. Okay, do you think MMA teaches more about life or fighting? That's something you learned from MMA that changed you outside the gym. As I said, primarily direction is boxing, though I'm familiar with some training in MMA and other styles. And it teaches you definitely not only about fighting, it teaches you about life. It teaches about how to get resilient, how to survive things, how to deal with the issues and the problems in your life. And it just makes you tougher, that's for sure. Yeah, like that's and I think personal for me, I also became calmer. I never been aggressive outwardly, but it gave me even better sense of balance and inner peace, and a better self-awareness the years in the boxing and in those fields. Are you from Georgia? Yes, I'm from Georgia. Yeah, I'm an MMA fighter. MMA teaches about life. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's correct. Guys, thank you for all the compliments. I appreciate it. I'm not just reading it out loud because I don't want to focus on it right now. It's more about having the topic conversation. Can you see heart when you try helping singers on karaoke mate? I don't know what's the question exactly. Sorry, didn't understand the question. But yeah, when I see they're struggling or shy, I try to help a little bit, but not too much, so I don't cover their voice. I'm trying to help them. What's something most people don't understand about MMA training, like a hidden skill or mindset that makes a real fighter? I think that most people don't understand how hard it is physically, like stamina-wise. When people talk about, oh, like he should have done this, it should have done that, it is exhausting. There are some exceptional people, like Merab, for example. He has fairly the best cardio in UFC currently, and you can see how he makes other professional great fighters look like amateurs at times. Why? Because the level of fitness is insane. And apart from all the skill set and stuff, this is what people forget. They just watch and they don't feel that pressure and the load and how exhausting it is and how it affects your psychology. So I really encourage to all fighters, boxers, fighters, wrestlers, whoever, really work their stamina. Like you have to be able to hold that against that pressure, and yeah, being able to execute your plan. It's very hard. Hi everyone, what's up? Yeah, I already responded to the question, guys. I understand that you're repeating, but like, you're married. I'm married. I have a husband. Okay, this is my biceps. Nothing extraordinary. Though I try to focus on strength training, and strength training doesn't promote that much hypertrophy. So it's actually a good way, even for a woman, to train. If I don't want to be very bulked, I can just do pure strength training and using the groove approach, and I still can look. People wouldn't expect how strong I am. This guy, you all know this guy. He's Vladimir, but his character is Anatoly. That's like this janitor guy who's like very goofy, and he's like starts lifting those weights. He's not that big, but he's very strong, and that is apart from the genetics. The reason is because he trained a specific way. Okay, going down all the way down. Okay. Anatoly is so good. Yes, he's hilarious. I love it. You talk very sweet. Are you a real one? Well, that's the thing. I think they're way more decent people. I'm just the one who literally got pushed by my husband because he believed in me, and he said, you know what, like, you have things that you can give to the world and just start doing it. And then he even forced me that, okay, you're doing it now. Because I was insecure about it. I didn't know that people would watch or listen, or like, it was an insecurity matter. So this is why I end up here. But there are so many people, guys, that are not on social medias, and they're both men and women taking care of their families, doing a great job, doing great job for the country, for their families, for the communities. They are decent, they're smart, they're kind, they're honest. There's so many people like that. It's just ended up that social media ended up to be a place for a lot of attention-seeking people, a lot of people who actually suffer from basic validation because they probably also didn't get it through their childhood. There are the reasons why they are like this, and apart from that, there are obviously some good content. There are good people and good professionals talking about different things. People who talk about self-awareness, and well, that's why I'm trying to really go to that direction. I'm not interested to just get your attention for the attention's sake. I prefer to be way smaller, and I prefer my channel to be way smaller and have a decent community around it, and me giving you something good and you giving me something good back, than just the pure, any type of attention. Ilya Topuria versus Arman Tsarukyan. What do you think? Who is winning? I think Topuria, and not because Arman is like. I think Arman is a good fighter, great fighter. Everyone at the top level are good fighters and great fighters. Like, we sometimes forget about that too. The level of their skill set is way above, like, what we know and what we understand. Though, what I noticed in Arman, his person, like, he had the chance, he had the title fight with Islam Makhachev, and he didn't make a weight. And then there's like back injury, but then the Dana White didn't mention anything about it. He just literally said he didn't make a weight. That's a little bit irresponsible, and his attitude towards it, I don't know, was it because he docked him was because he actually was very irresponsible and he just lost his chance for a title shot. One way or another, that speaks a little bit about his state of mind at that moment. And Ilya is definitely, he's ready to go through the whole division to just keep building his legacy. So I think attitude-wise, personality-wise, Ilya for sure. At that level of competition, the psychological factors and the attitude decides a lot. You speak it 100%. I'm having a conversation. I'm sharing my opinions, my insights, my experience with you guys, and because I have years of experience with working personal clients, and there are positive outcomes in my experience that I actually help those people to find their ways, find themselves, and I love them. They love me. Like we have a very good, solid relationship. I know that one thing I can be good at, I can really help to motivate, help to maybe even help you to maybe ask some right questions and get to the point. As I said, they're better professionals than I am. There are a lot of other people that I'm learning myself from. I'm constantly trying to educate myself. But I'm also willing to give my portion of value to you guys. You need some moderators. Well, Stephen, if you don't mind, I can put you as a moderator now because my husband's probably asleep. He's been tired last night as well, and Tripto is not here. So if you don't mind, I can put you as the moderator. I'll do it, so just it's up to you. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I accidentally pushed the hiding. Okay, you're back, Steven. Sorry for that. I just wanted to put you as the moderator, so add as a moderator. Okay. Can manage standard moderator. Okay, so if you're willing to, you can just moderate yourself. Okay, is European accent? Well, I'm Georgian, so but I tried to build and learn like a generic English accent. I miss boxing. MMA is overrated. Boxing is still there. If you watch the World Boxing Association, like the championships and stuff like that, they're still there. So, and they still make more money. So, okay, I'm going all the way down. Okay. Keep scrolling down and looking for some good questions. His debut was Islam Makhachev, and it's really hard to him to start his career with that. Yeah, that's one of the examples when you that's your first fight and you're already meeting someone like a beast. So that's hard. Yes, sometimes just matchups can be not to your advantage, especially in the beginning. My portion to value to you guys, value meaning of something valuable, guys, some valuable information, insights, motivation. If someone watches this and they felt bad or sad before and they feel a little bit better actually starting their day and start making some changes in their lives, that's worth it. That's what I mean by the value to you guys. Have a good day. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Steven. I see you start moderating. You're a personal trainer. Yes, I do personal training. Okay, we'll keep going. Okay, all the way down. Do you have boyfriend? I have a husband. I think you must be a model because you are so cute. No, I'm not a model, and I don't think I'm a model. I don't think I get to that standard, but I don't really want to. It's always helpful to have a pleasant, hey, it's always helpful to have a pleasant appearance. That just helps in life, both for men and women. But I don't want to be about appearance. I want to be more about the other values. Do you have any issues with braces? Okay, it's reconnected. Just went off for a second. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna ask. I'm not connected to Wi-Fi at all, so let me just reconnect to the Wi-Fi. Sorry, what is the Wi-Fi password? Wi-Fi.
6A 4 times.
Huh?
6A 4 times.
6?
4 times.
4 times? 6, 8, 4 times, yeah? 6, 8. Okay. Oops. Pardon me. Okay, I'm gonna try to connect Wi-Fi for a second, so it might go off for a second. Okay, I'm back, and now it's connected to the Wi-Fi. So okay, I'm back, and now it's connected to the Wi-Fi. So let me know how it. Okay, yeah, I'm reconnected now. What's your favorite work routine at the gym? I just subscribed to your channel, YouTube channel. Thank you, Israel. My favorite work. Well, it depends. Like I like to do specifically boxing training. I like to do footwork training a lot. So it's a lot of footwork drills, both specifically for boxing and off the boxing as well. Just the general footwork drills. When it comes to the training, I like gym training, but I usually go like strengths, and I like to do some calisthenics and some workout like pull-ups, trying to learn how to do proper dips, and I do pistol squats, some more advanced bodyweight training as well. And for the stamina and for the cardio, generally, I just like to do, at the moment, I do boxing-oriented training. I also do sprinting, and it's been a little bit of gap now, but I'm gonna get back to it once I'm back in Georgia, maybe even before that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm training. I respect you. Thank you. What is important is why, reason. This is fuels to the plan, engine to go to the dream destination. Good words. That is very good words. Okay, going down. Yeah, I'm back. I'm just scrolling down. Well, we'll see. Canelo Crawford. I'm actually not sure. I want to watch the fight and see, like, what's going to be the outcome. Gymnastics and Muay Thai, boxing, judo, wrestling. Gymnastics is actually something that a lot of people already, like families of the mixed martial artists who raise their kids, they put them in gymnastics for like first few years just to get that flexibility and strength in the body control, and then they move on to the common sports. That's a common practice. I appreciate your personality. You are humble, realistic, and honest. Thank you very much. I try to keep myself in check, and I also try to keep I try to have people around me that are gonna keep me in the check. Because sometimes we all are humans, sometimes we lose the sense of certain things. And this is when it's important to have a good team, good family, good community around you that's always gonna keep you in the check. How many years have you done boxing for? Well, generally it's been now 10 years. My active years in the amateur boxing, in the junior years, was maybe a couple of years. Then I retired. And Then I went to the like coaching, and I kept training by myself. I worked on my technique and like polishing the craft, as we call it, and just let me know if the connection is good, because it seems a little bit freezing out. But anyways, and now I'm still training. I got back more to the boxing training, and I would love to try some competing as well. Espanol, no, unfortunately. Are you a Russian spy? If no, come visit me in Vienna. Well, I'm not a Russian spy. I'm Georgian. But yeah, if I visit anyone, I'm gonna visit together with my husband. Me and my husband travel together. What's the best morning routine and diet with training, Diana? Well, morning routine, just get up, don't drink coffee straight away, get hydrated, drink some water, get supplements straight away, like just get the supplements like multivitamin, omega-3, like straight away. Try to move a little bit, open the curtains, get the sunlight. Whether it's a 5-10 minute walk in the yard, or it is just a little bit movement around the house, putting some things on place, that is already good. And morning, the best breakfast is, so the last thing I looked into it, some researchers and some results of the outcome of those research was that glycemic index and generally a lot of benefits for the body is if you eat in a certain sequence and certain foods. Definitely should be high protein, high fiber, moderate amount of carbs, healthy fats, like stuff like that. So, but also the order matters. So usually when we would eat salad at least in Georgia, you would eat salad after the main course. It's actually good to eat high fiber first. So you eat fiber first, then you eat protein and fats like meat, eggs. You can have breakfast, you can have some eggs. You can also play with it if you want to control the calories. You can have a couple whole eggs and then some egg whites to increase the protein and just make it like a good ratio of the quite low calorie and high protein omelette. Put some more vegetables, get some have a piece of bread, or like have a little bit of rice if you want to. So moderate the amount of carbs. It's not prohibited. Like you should eat it for sure. And yeah, I mean, essentially, it's gonna satiate you for many hours. It's not gonna trigger your insulin levels like spikes, and it's just generally gonna make you feel good, less sluggish. You're gonna be more focused. So the sequence of the foods shows that it makes the difference. Okay, I'm going all the way down. Calisthenics are good for your body, that's true. You gotta go, Johnny says, gonna go to work, would enjoy listening to you, but have to go. Enjoy your day and take care. Greetings from Vienna, Serbia, a lot of countries. Hi there, hi to everyone. Wow, you have a husband, that's cool. But I love your, just perfect. Thank you very much. Yes, I have a husband, and well, he's the one who is encouraging me and helping me with all the YouTube stuff and building that presence. Okay, we'll keep going. Thank you. I'm actually not naturally red hair. That's the thing. I'm like ash light color, so it's more grayish and brownish, grayish, like in a lighter side. So, but I'm a redhead at heart. So that's, I think it really looks natural on me, and I love redheads. So it's more like a adapted personality. Do you try Soviet-style boxing? Well, I've been taught a lot of mostly Soviet-style boxing in Georgia because that is, I think, kind of like a blueprint of the of the boxing in where I come from. But I, for my body complexion, my style, I like more of the mix. I like the mix of the styles of peekaboo, freestyle. Some of the Soviet boxing footwork is great when it comes to distance control. So obviously I take that from there as well. And yeah, I mean, I'm for mixing up the styles and actually adapting it to your own self. Your eyebrows are red. My eyes are hazel, so sometimes they're brown, sometimes they're green. Okay. Oh, good morning. Okay. Just gonna hide some idiots. Are you a trainer or a professional coach? Well, trainer, coach. I train people who are completely starting from zero. I work in that direction. A lot of my clients are like that too. But I also do coaching. I did more like a physical coaching when I used to be more in Georgia, and I would coach boxing. I would coach strength and physical preparation all around that. So that if that is different for you, that's what this is what my response to it. But yeah, technically I do both. Red hair fits perfectly on you. Thank you for your time to answer my questions. Your hazel color. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for asking questions. My first read of you is that you're smart, social, and go better. Respect. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad that if that respect has to be earned, right? So I'm glad that if I'm earning that respect. Again, smart, not the smartest person, but trying to educate myself. Social, that is definitely the skill that I worked on. Just reminding everyone who feels that it is some sort of natural tendencies. No, that's the matter of the self-work and going better and better. Absolutely. I'm just try to contribute little by little, even the little things in my daily routine that's gonna create the compound of the building certain habits and building certain results that gonna lead to the very good things. Who is the next person is that you're going to fight in boxing? What's the weight class or division that you're in boxing? So when I'm gonna get back to the competing, so the first stage would be national team of Georgia. Because Georgia is a small country, I wouldn't have necessarily to go through the other competitions prior to that. And I already know one of the persons who's gonna fight that I would probably have to fight, and I'm watching their fights and learning about themselves and trying to adapt build up the strategy. But also I would compete in 51 kg, like flyweight, the lowest weight I can make, because that's gonna give me more advantage. I used to do I was in the 57 kg before, just simply because I couldn't cut my weight and I had the issues with that. I didn't have the knowledge that I have now years ago. So part of the strategy is get there at the lowest weight possible, study the potential people who are already competing in Georgia in those in that weight class, and get prepared. Have you trained today? No, I have a later training today, so it is a daytime, and we usually train a little bit later. Do you stream daily? Well, I try to stream daily now, at least for now, because it's YouTube algorithm picked it up quite well, and it's pushing it quite well now, and I just wanted to take an advantage of it and help to grow my channel. So I'm trying to stream about different topics from different places daily. Okay, going all the way down. You're based in USA? No, it's right now I'm in the Vietnam, Nha Trang. Okay, necklace looks pretty, thank you. What do you think about the people who support LGBTQ? I don't resonate with everyone who is just classifying themselves with certain groups. I literally have friends from, like, I have friends and people in the community with, like, from wherever. I have some friends who are not in, they're homosexuals. I have some very strict Orthodox Christian and Muslim friends. I have some people like, different people. But the reason that these people are in my community and we're friends and we respect and appreciate each other is because of the value, not because they support this or that. So that's my response. I don't resonate with any specific group because I think it gets too, you create a bubble and it can get out of control. I seek for the value and I seek for the personality and person's lifestyle and their mind, the way they think and their system of belief. And it's okay to agree to disagree too. There are certain things that we can agree to disagree. I'm talking about more like core values, ground values, like traits like responsibility, accountability, respect, being able to hold respectful conversation even if they don't disagree with you, like those kind of traits. This is how I try to select people in my life. Stay positive and don't let the internet fools change you. You conduct yourselves very humble, you down to earth, beautiful person. Thank you very much. And I think, Jose, that is a good words to others too, guys. Don't let internet and all the other, don't let those illusions change you, make you feel bad. Try to become same as they are, become more arrogant, become more angry because thinking that it's gonna get you somewhere good. No, don't do that. Just, as I said before, and I'm gonna repeat it one more time, even when it comes to social media, if you don't want to completely get off it, follow people who give good information, good value, motivate you, and are down to earth and they're based. Follow only those people. So even when you open your Instagram feeds or YouTube feeds, you're gonna strictly, your algorithm gonna or just push those kind of people to you. And yeah, I mean, that's, it's very important who you surround yourself with. How to be consistent in life. Consistency is the skill. You have to build it up. Start one habit at a time. For example, your problem, let's say your problem is that you wake up, you're scrolling the phone, and you spend like 2-3 hours in the bed. Let's say that's your problem. And then your day doesn't feel good at all after that. Start just changing this one aspect. When you wake up, before getting to the phone, just find the way, like even when you go to bathroom, on the way, like try to find a way, just get up, push yourself, open the curtains, let the sunlight come in, at the very least. Let's start from that. So you see, it's like small adjustments, but that already gonna push some and trigger some different chemical processes in your brain. That's gonna lead for some positive. So that's going to be like a first piece of puzzle in some positive chain of reactions. And then you would start drinking water, like just 1 cup of water after you woke up. Like little integrations to your daily life. And trust me, that the discipline that you're going to build in your just daily chores and daily tasks actually going to affect your ability to be consistent and disciplined in other things too. if they cannot talk it out and they think the higher power, just walk away and chill. Don't rise to it or lower yourself. I agree. Sometimes there is no point to have a conversation, and you just don't waste your time and their time either. Okay, keep going. It's quite. Yeah, as I said, keep going down. Don't let Israel saying, don't let people pull you down. Just do what you love. To do me, I love to do music and talk to other people. Well, great for you. Music is wonderful. I love music too, and that's one of my hobbies that I'm also trying to get better at. I'm trying to become quite good at singing, and I'm practicing. I agree. Keep doing what you love to do, but also a lot of people miss. Okay, when you tell them do whatever you want to do, don't listen to others. But if we think about it, you cannot do whatever you want to do. If you literally gonna decide that you want something that's gonna harm others, that's gonna create some delusions, that's gonna it's gonna promote basically a practice of lying to your own self. Is it good? No, it's not good. So don't do everything you want. Be aware what you're doing. Okay, I'm just scrolling all the way down. It's quite a lot of. Thank you very much for all the positive feedbacks, and whoever says that they feel respect towards me. Respect has to be earned, so I appreciate if someone respects me. That means I did good to earn that respect, and vice versa. So I appreciate it. Namaste. Namaste. But yeah, anyways, guys, so the topic today is more about the confidence, about mental health, about resilience, responsibility, and this is what we're generally been talking apart from responding questions, though the questions been also mostly about those topics. So I think we're having a very good stream, very good conversations in that direction. What you're talking about, I'm talking about the importance of confidence, building up the resilience and confidence, but also that it is a big responsibility. The bigger you get as the human being, the higher you step up, the bigger responsibility you hold to yourself, towards yourself, and towards other people. At the end, we all are following same life rules and regulations. We cannot move from this human factor of life. Well, I'm not sure exactly what you mean. What came to my mind after reading your comment is there's certain laws of nature, that's what I like it called, or inherent truths. For example, if we say every action has the equal and opposite reaction. Nothing comes and goes in this world without the consequence, without the result. And then that just creates the chain of those reactions. And if we think about it, it is a law of physics. This is how it works in the physics, but it also works in the relationships. Nothing, like if I say something nasty and if I start doing bad things, that's going to create the chain of reaction. It's not just going to be one-time thing. Same about the kindness. If I am doing something good in the world and I keep being consistent on it, it's going to keep growing and growing. Same with the discipline. If I'm consistent about something, there is always higher likelihood of achieve your goal when you're consistent about it than when you're not. This is also a mathematics, but it works in the relationships and the life and the mental health as well. I have to go to bed now. Yeah, go to bed, Jose. Get your sleep. Okay. Good night and have a good dream. I heard that speaking Russian, Georgian is punishable by law. I don't know where is it punishable. Georgian, I'm from Georgia. Georgia is official language. I know Russian and fluent Russian because my mom is from Crimea. She's half Russian, half Ukrainian. So my father also knows Russian, but he's Georgian, and I know English. So basically, I never heard such thing. How to increase energy in body, which exercise? Start from the adjustments, like take care of your sleep. Try to get a good night, consistent sleep routine. With that, you can help with that. Get the red light screen protector. Try to move your lights in the second part of the day when it gets darker. Have your lights neutral, more like your red lights, and don't have it right above you. Don't have aggressive light to stimulate your awakeness. Go exercise, so you just generate the natural fatigue, and you push it forward. So basically, you're just gonna want to go to bed and sleep, and also obviously support all of that with a good nutrition. Just eat good food. Eat protein, fibers, carbs, probiotics, healthy fats. Just go get the generally good diet and try to get a good nutrition in your system. If you really want to track it well, get the calorie calculating app and nutrition calculator app. Like I use Chronometer, so you can try that one because it's the free version gives you a good insights even on the like a deeper breakdown as the micros and macronutrients. Start from that, and then your energy level is going to. Okay, that achievement, eating whole life. When we look back, there is nothing. Well, I try to live my life that when I look back, I left some value and I left some legacy and I made someone's lives better. That's what is worth to me. I did the exercise this morning. It's very bad. Well, don't be too aggressive towards yourself when it comes to those things. You don't have to strictly train every day. You don't have to train. Not everyone has to train like David Goggins unless they want to. If you want to do it for long-term health, we'll start having a morning walks. Days when you don't train, just go out and just be active. That is way better for your long-term health than stressing about the stress of not going and training and feeling bad about yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Can we make our bones wider, bigger, and stronger? Well, you cannot change, like you cannot mutate your bones, but you can make them healthier, stronger through resistance training. Actually shown that your bone density kind of gets better. Just they are stronger when you train. So training absolutely helps. Start training. I think one of your issues is that you don't have enough resistance training. You can start just twice a week. It's fine, but go full body. Try to get a trainer or friend that can help you with that. Start training, okay? I think that's going to be a good start for you. And obviously with the diet, like minerals, micronutrients, and calcium are essential for the bones, for healthy bones. Thank you very much. My hair is not natural, actually. It looks natural on me, but it's not. It looks like a Scarlett Johansson, a little bit. How I can increase my endurance? That's a good question. So there is a generic approach, which is just helping to increase your lung capacity and volume, which is called VO2 max. Look up to pyramidic and polarized approaches, programs, and Norwegian method. They're very good at the endurance sports, and they have the protocols that there is the whole program, how to build that up. But also, if you're doing specific sport like boxing, mixed martial arts, sprinting, depends what you do, right? If you have more like interval explosions, and then you also have to be able to hold the pace, you also need to do that specifically. So you combine those two, and you do that consistently. Just do it a few times per week, and consistency gonna bring you or give you some results. That's for sure. I love Ireland. Well, I'm not from Ireland, but I love Ireland too. Already responded to endurance topic. Hope you heard it. Can you show outside Georgia, such a beautiful country? I think I'm not in Georgia right now. I'm in Vietnam, also a very beautiful country, and I do sometimes streaming, like showing the beach, the coast, and stuff. I'm not gonna do it today, but I'll do in some other streams. Though regarding Georgia, when I go back to Georgia, I'll show you. I'll try to travel a little bit more in Georgia while I'll be there, and I'll show you the beauties of Georgia. Like absolutely, I'm willing to do it. I'll be absolutely happy to show you Georgia. What color is natural? It's like a ash light brown hair, something like that. Okay, repetitive and like comments that don't really make sense. I'm just hiding from the channel, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm coming to next America Championship, so have strengths. As I said, I already respond to you. Email me, and we'll see what we can do. How to get qualified to train others. Well, I got qualified in my country. I got the international certificate that worked like general fitness and conditioning and strength training, and well, it was like bodybuilding. Then with the boxing, I just like being in the boxing national teams, and I kept training. If you really want to go certified, there are many ways how to do it. There are some very good international courses as well, and some local courses. Just look into your country. Though you also should pursue a personal research and like acquire that knowledge just by researching by your own self. That is also a good way to keep yourself updated constantly. I even learned language. I learned English to be able to do that. I had the phases before learning English and doing it just locally in Georgia, working at the gym, and after learning English, which was around in the pandemic, 2020. Can we see your tattoos? Well, I have a few tattoos. I'm going to show you one at this moment. So this tattoo is like, I think it's kind of my signature tattoo. A lot of people recognize me with this tattoo now, and I love it. That is one of my favorite tattoos. Though I'm not planning to get any tattoos anymore. I think I'm done with it. Do you ever got knocked out? I haven't been knocked out except the liver shot. Yes, I forgot. I mentioned it today, so I remember that liver shot got me hard, and I've been knocked down. So I've been at the knockdown position. Okay, I'm keep going down. Have you got the schedule with the karaoke night? I'm gonna make it. Might be tomorrow. We'll see. I'm gonna negotiate with the owner, but if not, it's on Sunday. So karaoke's are not every night. Are you single? No, I'm married. Okay, we'll keep going. Quite a lot of questions. Are you a professional MMA fighter? No, I'm not an MMA fighter at all. Liver shots are no joke, but also make you're not hit frequently there for long term. Yeah, absolutely. Same for head. That's why I'm against the heavy sparrings on the frequent basis. Yes, you might have to do it one time before the fight to just And then the more professional you get, the less you have to do it. I think you do technical sparring, you do work, like you train like you're getting ready for a fight, literally getting hungry for it. But a lot of professional fighters and boxers, they just stop doing hard sparrings at all. Oh, Chris. Oh, my husband is here. Usually Wednesdays, Sundays, might set Friday. Good morning, sweetie. Good afternoon. I'm training every day in the morning and in the evening. It's good that you're training, good that you're being consistent, but don't forget the recovery. And it's fine if you skip 1 or 2 days in occasion. Take those times and actually put the recovery and rest as the plan of your training. That is part of your training. So when you have off days, go get massage, go get rest, do like a chill day that your body and your neural system recovers, so you're more efficient for the training. Oh, you're married. Anyways, be happy, woman. Thank you. Absolutely. I appreciate it. Stage name, Scarlett. She's no joke Hansen. That's a funny one. Good one, Steven. Well, I see a lot of comments kind of protecting and supporting me. I appreciate that, guys. I'm not really I'm completely detached from the nonsense type of chatting and comments, so it is completely fine. Though, as I said, it's not encouraged, and here we're trying to behave, so people who act inappropriately, not only towards me, but towards other people in the chat, gonna be removed. Finally, hi, Rafael. Finally, just got out of work. Greetings here from Texas. Great conversations, miss. Thank you very much. Feel free to ask questions if you're willing to. Okay, we'll keep going. Quite a lot of comments. I'm scrolling down. What is the best cardio? Swimming, running, or cycling? All of them can be great, especially if you're doing triathlon. Though running, long distance running has issues, can cause the knee issues, and it's almost inevitable no matter how good shoes you wear, though that can help a little bit. Cycling, great. Swimming, absolutely amazing. Okay, we'll keep going. Rose Namajunas will always be my favorite UFC female fighters. Yeah, she's great, and me and Chris were talking about it, like her personality, her background. She's coming from a tough background. She's good, and not only as a fighter, but I think she's great personality. I usually say, despite that, my favorite all time is Valentina Shevchenko as a fighter. Absolutely, Namajunas is also one of the favorite fighters for me. Okay, we'll keep going. Oh, Chris sets the topic. Talk about how to ignore negativity and move on. That is a good question. I'm gonna talk more about this now. Yes, I'm now all the way down to the chat. Okay, repeating the topic. How to ignore negativity and move on. Well, first of all, you have to practice the understanding. You have to practice, like literally think the way that someone who's trying to do something negative to you or say something negative to you, you shouldn't take it personally. It's not personal. Even if the other side is trying to make it personal. Because people who are spreading negativity, if they're telling you something harsh without a right intention, sometimes someone can critique you for a reason and harshly, but their intention is to actually tell you the truth and help you. If there is no intention and someone is just trying to make you feel bad, that means they feel bad about themselves. That means they are most likely been abused in the childhood, they've been neglected and rejected in the childhood, and it's very sad. So they're just bullying others, they're trying to make you feel others bad because that's the only way they find the way how to feel a little bit better. But it is a very toxic way to do it, and it's very inconsistent both for other people and themselves. So when you start looking at them as the very poor soul human beings and actually people who need help, like I personally don't get angry anymore. I'm willing to have a little bit deeper conversation, maybe even help them if they're willing to get the help. And that worked in my life. I actually had conversations when people tried to be negative, and I was like literally asking them what's wrong. If you need to talk about it, if there's something, it's like maybe you need a little help to go through that. And we were ending up to have those conversations, how they have those certain traumas coming from the childhood and how they ended up to be there. So they started getting into self-awareness mode and actually analyzing their behavior and understanding it. So that's why I believe that don't take those things personally. Be about that. Get detached, practice detachment for those things. Be self-aware. If you're having a good intention, if you're doing your best and you're trying to always get better, always learn something, you're doing no wrong. You're doing good. And that should be encouraged. So surround yourself with the people who are like-minded, and you're gonna get that encouragement and good validation from the good community. And whenever you're gonna meet someone who is negative, who are very feel bad about their lives, you're gonna literally know how to deal with it. Actually, I'm getting more and more compassionate to people. There are some situations there's no point of conversation, people just being trolls, and there are some people with the sociopathic tendencies, and there are some people who, well, I guess are beyond the help. But I believe there is always chance for someone. There is always a potential for someone to just turn their life around, and sometimes it's a matter of, being kind to someone and just don't take their bullshit personally. Okay, so there's some comments regarding the topic I just mentioned. It thinks and become less open, internal thoughts, not talking, etc. Yes, that can be the cause. Like when we suppress the pain, the negativity, and we don't learn the skill of communicating those things. Talking about hard topics is a skill that needs to be acquired, and it's like a compound, and then you're just those people feel stuck in where they are, and they really need help. They actually need someone to gives them hands them their hand, and maybe that is what it takes for them to escape that loop. Powerful, I'll take that on board. I mean, good for you. If that's helpful, I appreciate it. Chris also says, detach emotional from people like that. Yes, absolutely. Try to look at them try to analyze them. No personal feelings, nothing. Try to understand why they are doing like this, but also not the sake for validating their insecurities. No, just make this analysis for yourself to be able to understand what you're dealing with, who you're dealing with. You're the best psychologist. I'm not the certified psychologist, nothing like that, but years of experience doing personal trainings and personal sessions with people actually taught me some things. Do you know the new UFC fighter named Nick Gare? I heard about him, but I didn't watch his debut or any fights. So I'll look into it. Okay, we keep going down. Okay, guys, just encouraging you, try to be respectful towards each other in the chat too. It's okay to joke, it's okay to troll a bit, like there is no problem with that, but don't go too far, okay? Just set the clear threshold and the boundary between just messing around a little bit and being disrespectful. Hi sis, how are you? I'm good, doing great, how are you? Chris says, yes, I trained, was a wingsuit flyer for a decade before I crashed into building and a coma and being using after I learned to walk again, using boxing to get super fit. Again, luckily Diana helps me. Yeah, we met each other on the right time and we even like helped each other to get even better and learn and grow together in many ways. But Chris did an extraordinary, he went through extraordinary journey by his own. A lot of people don't survive those things, and that builds that resilience and confidence. It builds confidence as well, for sure. But Chris, also please mention about responsibility, the sense of responsibility once you went through the things, once you became resilient, once you just embraced and you just acknowledged both your strengths and weaknesses, the sense of responsibility that you start feeling over your own life, that it's only your responsibility, and even towards other people's lives indirectly. So tell us more about that, what you think about it. Okay, we keep going down. It's not about reducing DHT. You need to, DHT, it just need to be blocked constantly some certain tissue containing alpha fire medicated enzymes. Well, I think that was a better answer on that I would give. So thank you. Feel free, guys, if you're in specifically professionals in certain fields, feel free to put your insights and give the responses to others in the chat. That is absolutely encouraged, and it's also good for me. I learn more myself from professionals in the fields. There is more about bad back and nerve. Well, I actually once had so it was actually a BJJ session, and I tried to do the throw. I did it, but I literally twisted my lower section of the spine, and the nerve got stuck. Probably, at least this is how it felt. Literally dropped me. I couldn't walk. Like I literally had to immediately do certain stretches. Try to release it, decompress it in the moment as much as possible, because there is also always the risk of getting it chronic. And despite that, after that immediate contraction and compression, it's not that easy to get rid of it straight away. It takes maybe weeks sometimes. I managed to do it in 1 week, doing consistently certain stretches, certain manipulations on that area, both by following my feeling and literally feeling how the pain is getting released in that angle or this angle, also using a certain, looking into certain movements that help that to release the nerve. So try to check it out in the YouTube, find more of it on the YouTube, because there are actually very good materials about it in YouTube. Okay, we'll keep going down. There are a lot of many questions. I appreciate all the questions, but unfortunately I cannot respond to everything. Does steroids help with recovery? Well, steroids enhance everything, technically, but though you shouldn't take steroids just for recovery. For the best recovery is optimizing your sleep pattern, having your nutrition optimized, and have a rest days. Basically, just resting and chilling and letting yourself get those days off when you let your body recover, let your body and brain recover. Okay, I'm gonna read Chris's response regarding DHT. He's way more knowledgeable in those things than I am. So DHT, or dihydrotestosterone, is a potent androgen, a male sex hormone that plays a crucial role in male development and various bodily functions. Yes, you heard that. Do you do calisthenics exercises? Some of it, some of the calisthenic exercises. Though way more, I'm focused on the explosive training and boxing at this moment. Is it banned with MMA? I'm not exactly sure, but you have to look into it if it's banned with MMA. And if you want to compete in the UFC, for example, or one championship or whatever organization it is, you need to look at their policies. Chris says, don't have any experience with peptides. Okay, what are you drinking? Well, I have a water. I have a green tea, and I have a yogurt. So I'm drinking quite a few things. Chris Aiden, are you also a fighter? I'll let myself to respond for that. I'm training him, and he's just learning boxing and like kickboxing. Strictly going to that direction. I'm helping with that, though he's been professional extreme sports athlete in the wingsuit and skydiving and base jumping. So he was doing quite some of the extreme stuff in his life, like 10 years of his life. If you get started and have low test, you can take testosterone, and it can be life-changing on TRT protocol. Yeah, TRT topic is, so replacement therapies both for men and women at a certain age. It's getting more and more to the point that it's actually can be a life-changing. That is one of the elixirs for youth and maintaining the youth and health and cognitive abilities. For men, it's the TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, which is basically just after a blood analysis and measuring the free testosterone and stuff, with the absolutely by the recommendation of the professional doctor prescribing you exactly amount that's going to help you to get to the level of if you're in the 50s, for example, that would get you to your 30s, like that, maybe even the late 20s. For women, it is testosterone, progesterone, and estrogen, so it's way more complex. I actually have one client who is on the replacement therapy, and she has like a custom-made oral pills, and her blood work, she's checking her blood work once in a few months. And she's 62 years old, and you would never think that she's 62 years old. She literally looks maybe 45. And no Botox, no fillers, nothing. Also her personality and some genetic profile probably, but I believe that replacement therapy has its benefit, and it's going to get more, I hope it gets more evolved, less side effects, and absolutely going to be a tool for people to take care of their health long term in the older ages when it gets quite downhill. Is education legal in US? I don't know. It's not US, I'm in Vietnam and I'm from Georgia originally. Actually, I just knew you and I know, I don't know what your content focused on, but I heard you saying you do kind of boxing and something else. Actually, I have boxing bag on men's form and sometimes I do some workout. Well, good. Good. First of all, hi, Josef. Welcome to the channel and the stream. Thank you for stopping by. Good for you. That's a good way, like if you have it at home. Like absolutely, just have a pull-up bar and have some weights and have a boxing bag with a men's shape. That's you can even put someone else's picture on their face and literally gonna work as therapy. Well, just joking. But yeah, like look, if you're gonna look more into my channel, yes, I do sport. I do boxing training. I also do some sprinting training. This is how my channel actually started. Though I, as you said, do something else too. I do streams now and I make different sorts of videos and just about generally promoting that kind of lifestyle. Okay, we'll keep going. Georgian, Mirab, my goat. Yes, Mirab is the goat. Absolutely. Ilya Topuria supremacy. Well, for now, he's dominating. Topuria is genetically gifted, but I think his training style is also very smart. I think they're following like this updated protocols. He's not doing unnecessary stuff. Like they're training literally for him to make him like super strong. Super skilled, well balanced in the as the fighter, and well, obviously he has a good chin and he has some genetical things to that too. But trust me, it is the training plan as well. Okay, we'll keep going. Chris, Aiden, honestly, I envy you. I wish you both a long life and good health. Thank you very much. Well, wish you the same. And you know what, like just build yourself, keep building yourself. When it comes to the relationships for you guys, when it comes to women, there are good women out there. There are many countries in the world. There are many women. Half of the population, at least, in average, is women. Adult women are part of like quite many of those, and just start looking in the good places, and also be ready yourself for being able to be in a relationship with a good person. Not only women, but also like friendships, communities, you know, like increase your self-value as well. And that's your responsibility. Back to the video topic, responsibility. That is your responsibility, but it's also good because that is in your control. Okay, we keep going down. Rap swimming is like, whoa, slow down sound. Yeah, his personality is like a firework. He's like hyperactive, and I love it about him. I think that's brings a lot of positivity. Ilya versus Islam, 50-50. Depends a lot on the psychological aspects, how it's going to develop, and whoever is going to push their plan and their game in the fight, going to win. I think it's 50-50, but I cheer for Ilya. Steven, send me your blood work and I'll have a look at it. Well, you can do it through my email, in the contact email in the YouTube description. So try that, and Chris is gonna look into it. How do weight loss from 74 to 65 kg? Well, depends what is your parameters, what is your height, and maybe it's not that you want to do weight loss. Maybe you need to do body recomposition. Maybe you need to start doing resistance training and get a good nutrition, good sleep, and it's gonna just by definition you're gonna grow more muscle. Your fat's gonna get burned more actively. Your metabolism is going to get to the good point, and yeah, I mean, maybe that's what you want to do. So a lot of people come to me with that request. I want to lose weight, but in reality they understand, apparently they just wanted the body recomposition. Okay, keep going down. Actually, I have a pull-up bar, and I have 3 and 6 and 10 kgs weights and 2 bags of resistance bands. One of them is 150 pounds, and the other I forgot. And I can do 35 pull-ups and like 70 push-ups. Well, 35 pull-ups, 70 push-ups, that amount, good for you if you do that. But make sure that you do it with the exact technique. If you do it to the right technique with the slowly going down, you should be able to do less. So you can practice both. Obviously, you can do like a speed pull-ups, speed push-ups. It's up to you. But if you really want to better impact on strengths and the skill, you do full extension, like literally full extension, then boom, doing like upwards, fully coming up to the bar, and then going down slower on eccentric phase. And if you want to purely focus on strength, do less than 5 repetitions and rest in a long time in between. If you can do more, if you, as you say 35, and let's say you can do 15, 20 like straight good pull-ups, then you have to put the weight, put the vest on you, or some extra weight with the belt, and drop it to the point that you're able to do that under 5 reps. Okay, there's some conversations. I'm glad that you're engaged in the conversations, and there's some optimization. I'm not sure how YouTube looks at like those conversations, so I don't want to get a penalty or something, but yeah, feel free to have a conversations, and Chris is also responding to many of your questions, so you can ask him some questions as well. Judging by the Volkanovski fight, Ilya knockout Islam, nobody's going to convince me otherwise. That's the thing. If Ilya gets his plan, which is getting close enough to do that, I absolutely believe he will. The question is if Islam manages to put him more on the ground, which Ilya is good at the ground himself too, so that might be a lot of matchup there. But also if he's going to be able to create a distance and control that distance that Ilya basically is not able to get close with his damaging like crazy hooks and overheads and crosses. Send her to 2 years to Dagestan and forget. Well, actually, I'll say something. Send whoever to Georgia for 2-3 years and forget, and especially for women. Georgian is actually quite encouraging of women training and do MMA, and surprisingly, even though it's an Orthodox Christian country, they're very, very supportive of the female athletes in judo, MMA, boxing. So Dagestan is not the best place for female fighters, but if you're a female fighter, come to Georgia for 2-3 years and then you'll see what's going to happen. Can Ilya beat Arman? I'm pretty much sure he can. This has been an interesting time, Rafael says. I'm glad I've found your channel, ma'am. Thank you for this knowledge. Rafael, thank you very much for engaging and for your words. And thank you for being respectful. I appreciate it, sir. And yeah, I mean, feel free to engage more in the conversations and the live streams and ask more questions. How many push-ups was a good amount? Okay, so the stronger you get, the more you can do. But this is not how you build strength. So if you want to be stronger, as I said, less than 5 repetitions. I think push-ups are good, but another level is deeps. So you can do deeps, and it's there. You also can do extra weights and stuff. So it's and you can have a deeper stretch on the lower position. So I think that is a better exercise to develop basically the same groups of muscle. And if you want hypertrophy, it's ranging between some 6-8 repetitions to 12-15, but here you want to get the muscle failure. So whether you do that in every set or you do it at the later stages, it doesn't matter. You want to get to the muscle failure to trigger the muscle growth. Everything about that is just generating fatigue, and well, it depends. If you're doing military training, well, good for you. You'll have to be able to do that. If you're doing something else, I'm just massaging my neck because it's a little bit tight. But yeah, if you just use it as a training methodology, just doing like a very high amount of reps, that is just generating unnecessary amount of fatigue. Yeah, I see some political questions, but guys, today I'm not going to engage. I'm very careful with those topics. I'm not really keen on sharing my opinions and stuff like that because it also doesn't really matter. The only insights I usually give on the political matters is just trying to kind of analyze it, like not how I feel about it or how someone else feels about it, but what is actually happening and what potentially could happen in the future. That's the only way how I'm going to approach politics. But in this stream, I'm not going to even do that because it's just not the topic of the stream. Ilya has more speed and strike, but on ground, Islam will pound him. Well, even on ground, it's interesting. I don't think Ilya had an opportunity to really use his groundwork, and he specifically works. He wants to be a knockout artist. I think that's why he's focusing on striking, and he built up that that aspect of his fighting style. But I think he's stronger in the wrestling in the ground than people think. So we'll see. 10 pull-ups every 10 minutes, good start. Well, that's not a bad thing. You can do it if you want. I would rather do everything less than 5. If you can do more, do assisted weight. Do eccentric, focused work, so you go down slowly and controlled, and rest at least 30 minutes in between. I think that's a better way. Though if you're in the gym, I understand, at least, okay, you can do 10-15 minutes in between. But still, if you really want to focus on strength, I would recommend to get weights to drop those repetitions under the 5 reps. I got this number of reps, Joseph saying, after doing a lot of super slowly pull-ups and push-ups for a long time. And it helped me to deadlift 115 kg without hitting the gym, all by body weight and some weight exercises. Yeah, good for you. I mean, yeah, if you've been doing that type of training, obviously it's going to increase your numbers and everything. And as I said, the stronger you are, the more reps you can do, basically, more controlled, good technique reps you're going to be able to do with the body weight or with the moderate weight. It's just about that. How do you train that strength? We still go back to the strength specific approach if you really want to increase your strength and your repetition amounts too. Looking forward to learning more from you and chat. May everyone have a great day, regardless of where in this beautiful planet you all may be. Thank you, Rafael. Thank you. That's very appreciated, very sweet of you. Absolutely, feel free to engage anytime on every live stream. Okay, we'll keep going. There's some conversations. Good. That's all encouraged. So many comments. I think I have to scroll down again, all the way down. Okay, I'm all the way down now. Oh, Chris says, tell people to join the Discord to build the community stronger. Yeah, absolutely. So I added the Discord link in my YouTube bio. So feel free to join. Absolutely, everyone is welcome. And obviously, there's going to be some rules and moderations. People are not allowed to be disrespectful and just bullshitting around, but yeah, just feel free to join the community. So yeah, the link is in the YouTube description. Hi, namaste. Hi. Scarlett Johansson wipes. Well, I've been, even here today, I've been told this quite a lot now, so maybe, I guess a little bit. You can play Black Widow in the Marvel. Maybe. I think the Black Widow character is quite good. She doesn't have superpowers, but she's been through some shit. She's basically been groomed as the spy and, you know, like made like a specifically female soldier / spy. And that makes sense. They were one of the best spies worldwide were women, because they're less expected from them, and they could integrate in the different places through the many ways easier than sometimes than men. So I like her character. It's quite realistic. Like if we talk about it, it's not exactly realistic, but like her background is cool, so I like it. Okay, we're keep going down. Just a lot of comments adding up. It's color applied. I'm not natural redhead, but I'm redhead at heart. What? You're still live? Yes, I am. Well, I'm trying to be live for average at least 2.5, 3 hours, and sometimes I go longer. Can I hold my hair up for a second? I guess I can't do that. So it's like this. Okay, well, another bullshit, just hiding from the channel. I don't think it's going to fall because it's literally attached to my t-shirt. Anyways, guys, so back to the topic. I would like to share. I would like to hear more about those topics: confidence, resilience, sense of responsibility, and accountability. Do you find that a lot of people are lacking that? Do you find that in your specific environment people are not accountable? Or it is opposite? Did you manage to find the communities and friends that are holding those traits? Just tell me your insights. Yes, I like confidence. I lack of confidence. We all did, or we all do. It is a skill, it needs to be acquired, and I've been talking about it quite a lot now, but it's also important who you surround yourself with. Let's say you're not confident and you want to go out in the world, and you know that you have to practice it. You literally need to approach people, talk to them, because that's the only way you learn. Start selecting right people to do that with, because kind people, decent people, respectful people, they're actually going to help you to do that. They're going to willing to help you raise up and raise your confidence. Whether they're jerks and just like people who are also insecure about themselves, they're going to want to humiliate you and make yourself even worse about yourself. So select people in the right way. Minier, shout out to you. I'm going to work I like and subscribe to you again. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the subscribes and likes, and yeah, I'm glad that my channel is growing gradually. I think I'm going to be able to grow quite a good, strong community. Thanks a lot. I really enjoyed its stream, and got a lot of helpful information about training and that stuff. Thanks a lot for your help, and waiting for your next stream. Joseph, thank you very much. Appreciate your questions. You have a good day as well, and see you in the next stream. How old is Diana? 25 years old. Are you married? Yes, I am. My husband says she is. Okay, we'll keep going. How do you know about pull-ups? That's why I'm asking, what is your profession? Well, I'm a personal trainer, and I train people, and I've been training myself like very, very long time. But I also experienced it myself. So that specific wrist groove method I learned from Chris, my husband, who is in the chat. Basically, I started doing it on myself. We started doing it together. And literally from zero, and as a woman, it's harder. Like most of women don't do pull-ups. They're not able to do with their bodies in the pull-up. I went from 0 to 5 strict pull-ups in 3 months. And I even did like a 9-10 with a keeping, with a good technique, with a slight keeping. You know what? I'm actually gonna find that video, and I'm gonna upload it in shorts, and you're gonna be able to watch it. So whoever is gonna want to see that video, I was doing like this military normative in Georgia, some with my friends, and yeah, this is where one of the exercises was pull-ups. And I have a video of it. I was heavier there. I was around almost 60 kgs. Now I'm 54, and I was able to do that. So that video is a good proof that it's not about necessarily about your lower body, like if it's heavy or not, or this and that. It's about building it up. When you build it up, you're able to lift whatever. If you're skinnier on the lower body, it's easier, but it's still pretty much possible to learn how to do it regardless what is your body parameters. Don't be thirsty, guys. Jesus, she's married. Well, thank you, Dom. I find a lot of you guys, actually more and more people, being reasonable, and that's what I'm talking about. That's why I said that go to Discord if you want for more to build a community. This is what I'm looking for. And well, if it happens just the way that male audience is majority in my feed, because I think I'm talking about those topics, they're not really most of women are not that interested. Though I also willing, like it's welcome. Everyone is welcome to my channel, to my stream, to the Discord. I would love to see more females as well who are same as me, you know, never been too much into just the girly stuff and gossiping, but like actually are solid, good girls and, you know, willing to learn more. Like everyone with the value is encouraged to my channel and to other platforms as well. As far as I've learned, swimming is well known for for very effective way to improve stamina than running. Yeah, like the triathlon athletes are definitely training swimming as the cardio as well, like quite intensive cardio. And I think it has it's safer. It has less impact on your joints comparing to running. I guess heavy training like the NSS and swimming and the special cold plunges be a good routine actually. Yeah, actually in the gym when I go, they have cold plunges and I really want to do it. I guess when I do it, I'm gonna just at least make a video out of it. I've been showering with the cold water 6 months out of it was 2022. I was preparing for this exam for this military test. It's just for the civilians, but the test was quite rough. It was like around 36 hours, like almost 2 entire days with no sleep and like classic like a military style of training. And I failed twice before, and like I just made a vow that I wouldn't give up. Even if I failed like many times, I would still keep coming back. And for the third time, I prepared very hard. I spend a lot of time in mountains, a lot of hiking, heavy, like wearing heavy backpacks and stuff. And I also started literally, when I came back from mountains, I was showering in cold, like really cold water. It helped me. Apparently there was the state, because the exam was in November, it was quite cool already. And when there was this like river part, that was the last part. They made us to do sit-ups with the blocks and like literally go under the water, and a lot of people quit there because it was freezing for them, but I was happy. I didn't know what the exam would be, so yeah. And since then I started doing on and off, and I do sometimes cold water exposure and like I just go on and off. But generally my adaptability to the cold water exposure increased since that period. Okay, we're going down. Okay, now I'm all the way down. What's your favorite workout? You mean exercise? If you're asking about exercise, I guess pull-ups. I really love pull-ups. I love pistol squats. And what else do I love? I love shoulder press and military press. So I just stick to shadow boxing, stamina, and flexibility exercise. That is quite a good, solid base. I would add more, I guess, strength training, maybe resistance training too, like different strengths or hypertrophy focused. It's up to you. And yeah, that's pretty much. I think it's a good routine. My left leg is numb for a tiny bit of damage to my back. I feel like I've had 10% of creases life. Well, it's very common that it's like some bigger chunks of the nerves. It's sometimes the nearby sciatic nerve that literally comes out of the spine, goes under the piriformis muscle, like the upper glute area, and goes like on the lateral side of the hip, and then it just branches out in many smaller nerves. So you need to do you have a diagnosis? Have you identified where is the main cause of the damage? Is the compression? Because numbness is Numbness is something that is like literally it is a compression. It's rather bonal or a tissue compression. It's way easier to solve if it's just a muscle being contracted and like squeezing the nerve. It's way easier, but if it's a hernia, if it's a bonal and the vertebra damage, that is way harder. Sometimes it takes the injury. So will tell us more about it. Okay, we'll keep going. I have a controversial take. I firmly think that good fighters does not always need a shredded body. Protein is a good source of for muscle build and training, but carbs is important if you want to go fix. Yeah, when I mean resistant training of strength or hypertrophy focus, I don't mean visually looking like a bodybuilder. That's a little bit of a misconception. What I mean is just to have that type of strength, like basically Ilia Topuria has, and some of those exceptional fighters and boxers having like a heavy punch that can be developed, that can be integrated in your style if you do that right type of technique training. That's why I said that strength focused training would be good, and then you transfer it into the specific sport to get the most out of it. But I agree, absolutely no. Like athletes should take carbohydrates, especially athletes that are in the explosive type of sports, then where there are a lot of explosive movements. Okay. Hey, just wanted to say that Jesus loves you. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to go to UFC? No, I'm not planning to go to UFC. If I compete, I'll do that in boxing. And I would start from the amateur boxing. A tough question. Do you like Leah versus Prime Connor lightweight? Who you got? Be neutral. I think the hungry Connor. If it depends what stage. When Connor, when he became a double champion, this is where his mentality and personality started changing. He a lot of alcohol, partying, all those stuff, and it's never good. It's always detrimental for the fighting performance. When Ilya is like, he wants to build a legacy. I think he is psychologically very, very determined. So it depends. Maybe hungry Connor, who was coming from nowhere and he like was just on the way up, he could beat Ilya. I still think it would be 50-50. I don't know exactly. But if we talk about psychological state of mind, this is the Connor that would be able to potentially beat Ilya. Otherwise, I still think Ilya just, at least what I look at him, yes, he's doing trash talk and stuff, but like his team and him are, like they're building brand around him. They're creating they want to create the legacy, that like undisputed legacy that never happened. I don't know how it's gonna work. I'm not saying that that's gonna happen that exact way, but that's his plan, that's his determination. So I think Ilya now versus Connor before like Nick Diaz, Ilya would beat him. What's your name? My name is Diana. I'm just checking something. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Oh, okay. I'll keep scrolling down. Strength is extremely important. In the beginning of my career, when I started training, I used to solely focus on my training and wasn't paying much attention to my physical training at all. Your career, meaning you're a fighter, because if yes, that's probably what you mean. You mean you're focusing way too much only on technique, on the fighting training specifically, and you neglected the physical preparation part of it. That's very common. That's very common. But it's good that to be aware of it, that you need to implement a good strength training program into your, if you want to do, if you want to really get to another level. Okay, I'm scrolling down, finding some questions. Oh, good afternoon. How are you? Where are you? I'm from India. Hi, India. I'm from Georgia, but I'm currently in Vietnam. This chick know UFC word respect. Yes, I know a little bit. I'm quite of the martial art enthusiast. I'm trying to also keep myself always educated on the history of the MMA and general just development. Like fighting is something like it is like a pattern of human nature. This is like the celebration of the resilience of humanity and how we managed to survive. So yeah, I'm really looking into those things, and I love to have conversations about it and learn some new things from you guys as well, and share my analyzed opinion, because I try to analyze things. I really don't want to hype someone or versus another one. When it comes to fighters, even if they're Georgian fighters, I try to analyze their personality traits, their strengths and weaknesses and skills. And it's also solely and personally my opinion. So we always can agree to disagree. But I'm happy to share those things with you. And now I can tell you the difference. It's a day and night, and that I started focusing on my physical training. I focused more on explosive weightlifting and physical training and making my way to UFC. Khalid, that's very good, and I wish you the best of luck. Tell us more about your age, like where you come from, what is your background and stuff like that. And as I said, I wish you the best of luck to get where you want to be. I'm eating pizza. Do you like pizza? Sometimes I do like pizza. I don't have BJJ belt. I did a little bit of BJJ. I know some of the elements, but I'm not BJJ specific. Take rest and see you tomorrow. Well, if you're willing to go, that's okay, completely fine. I'm gonna do a little bit more, maybe like let's see, maybe like a few minutes more, and I'm also gonna go. I genuinely feel sorry for Connor's wife. I don't care for celebrity, but comparing Connor to Ilya, one winner, it's Ilya. Well, yeah, that's a little bit. That's why what I was talking about, getting famous at some point, when one day you wake up and you're very famous, it's a huge responsibility. When you have a family, I really believe that whatever you do in a relationship, I think whatever you agree on with the relationship, that's fine. You know, some people do monogamy, some people do something else, some people try things together. It's completely fine. Like, I genuinely don't care how people find a way to work their relationship out. But on the public image, it's a big responsibility, and this is what some men and some women also don't understand very well. You represent your family, you represent your kids, your husband or your wife, and it is very important to show people that you're dedicated to your family, to your community, to your friends. It is like a reputation thing, and I think Connor failed quite at it, unfortunately. I think he's trying to make it up for now. It's like he's more focused on, even his Instagram posts are like more about family, about spending time with his family, kids and stuff. But you cannot unwrite what was already written. Okay, we'll keep going. I'm just gonna go all the way down, guys. A lot of comments, so I just went all the way down. Well, I'm not in the football, Madrid, Barcelona. I don't really watch football. Well, he's my husband. Commentator, okay, that's quite a lot of. Connor was such an inspiration. It's truly sad for me to see him spiral down like this, honestly. Yeah, I agree. Connor was a moderation to me too. I really liked him. Okay. Sorry guys, there's so many questions. I'm just like looking through everything. Are you redhead? No, not naturally, but as I said, at heart, I'm a redhead. One more time, showing my tattoo: dragon, girl's face, and bloody katana, because my tattoo artist thought that would look cool. But guys, listen, I appreciate all of your questions and everything. I just have to go now, and it was lovely to talk to you. I just want to finish it with the last words, because the stream was mainly about confidence, about resilience, about responsibility, and we'll still talked a lot about training part of it, which is linked with those qualities to gain those qualities and evolve. So just work on yourself. Don't be afraid. If you feel embarrassed, if you feel a certain way uncomfortable doing certain things, it is completely fine. But also remember that you actually do something that is challenging for you. That means you're in the right direction. Surround yourself with the good people who's going to make that journey easier and going to help you to get more confident, more resilient, better. Also, you're going to be able to build a good community around yourself that way. And then you will see where you're going to end up, okay? Definitely take care of your Definitely take care of your sleep, your diet, and your exercise base activity level. And yeah, that's what it was all about today. So have a good day, everyone. Enjoy yourself, and I see you in the next live stream. Bye.